Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Martin, the Director of Economic Research at Dodge Construction Network, and I'm here today to provide an update on construction starts for the month of June. Quick reminder, here at Dodge, we track projects from the earliest stages of planning all the way through to when they break ground, and once they've broken ground, we classify them as a construction start, and we put the full value and area of that project into the month that it broke ground. So in the month of June, we saw total construction decline by roughly 20%. And we saw declines month over month in all three of our major structure types, so non-residential, residential, and non-building construction. On the non-residential and non-building side, we did see a lot of mega project activity back in May, so it's not too surprising that we would see levels come back down to earth in the month of June. But on the residential side, we've seen sort of sustained weakness there, especially for single-family construction. So, you can see on that 12-month moving total, residential is down about 3.6%, whereas non-residential and non-building are having much stronger sort of year-over-year trends. Total construction on a 12-month moving total basis, so the 12 months of June 2026 when compared to the last 12 months of June of 2025 are up 10.6%. Now, when we break this down a little bit more, we can kind of dig into our subsector trends. So again, non-residential building was declined by roughly 9% between May and June. But the bulk of that decline was centered around two sectors, so offices and data centers, which were down 4%, and manufacturing, which was down 63%. So both of those sectors had a pretty strong May. So again, not too surprising that levels came down a bit and returned to more reasonable levels in the month of June. Otherwise, most commercial sectors showed month-over-month growth, and overall non-residential construction is up 6% year-to-date. Now, on the institutional side, we did see education have a good month, as well as our other institutional categories, whereas healthcare receded by about 30% month-over-month. Again, May was quite strong for healthcare, so levels came in a bit, driven by that sort of dynamic. Institutional construction, however, remains pretty weak year to date, so that's down about 7%, and you can see education, healthcare, and our other institutional categories all remain negative when compared to the year-to-date trends for June of 2025. Similarly, we see sort of sustained weakness in our overall residential building. That's down at about 2% month over month and 4% year to date. But most of that is being driven by a decline in single family construction, which is down about 7%, whereas multifamily housing remains up 4% year to date. And finally, on the non-building side, again, the month-over-month declines are really coming as a result of a really strong May. And then on our other non-building sector, we saw a big project break ground and kind of drive the sector to grow 168% between May and June. So non-building's been having a great year as well. Most of the sectors are positive year to date, and most of that growth can be attributed to growth in utilities construction, which is up 120%. All right, that's all I have for you this month. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.